Hi guys, and welcome to a new video. And in today's video I'm going to be giving you some tips and tricks on how to make money very quickly in the Kuttenberg region. Now I'm going to go into the perks, or what I recommend to use, what perks you should have for this, the location of where to do this loot grind, and also where exactly to sell wherever you loot from enemies. So the first thing is the perks. Now, under your skills in speech, I recommend you have Silver Tongue and Artisan. You get better prices when buying and selling items, and also it's easy for you to haggle and negotiate a better price, no matter if you're buying or selling items, no matter who the vendor is. The reason why I say this is because if you want to make the most money from the sky, then these are the perks I strongly recommend. And also, if you have a high reputation in the map Kuttenberg, especially in the location I'm going to show you where to sell, you'll get even better prices. And for this perk, will be the perk burger, which is under the main level stats. Now on to where to sell your stuff in Kuttenberg. So as soon as you arrive in the map of Kuttenberg, I strongly suggest that you go to the city of Kuttenberg itself and you explore the whole city. The reason is because there are so many weaponsmiths, armorsmiths, cobblers, and tailors. And there's also a vendor here for the bowmaster, where you can buy and sell arrows, bows, crossbows, crossbow bolts, anything that you come across in enemies who have got, like, bows on them. You can sell them to this vendor here. And notice across the road from them you also have the gun maker, which I'm yet to explore, and see if I can make easy money from selling ammunition I can craft. Now, just a piece of advice, these vendors here, they're across the road from this armorer here, they're not going to have as much money as these other vendors, but they'll still have a decent lot. So if you still have some swords that you get to sell, then you can go to these guys and just sell it to them. The price you'll get might not be as much, but it's still, like, if you just want to reduce your carrying rate, then I recommend them. And these vendors here, not these three vendors here, but the rest of them have got around between 800 to 900 groschen each, these weaponsmiths and armorsmiths, which is handy because that means you can sell quite a few items. However, because at least for me, because my stats are quite high, that I could only sell 6 items at most, depending on what I'm selling, which means I have to go to the next armorer. Now these guys also, the money replenishes every 2 in-game days. So if you have sold everything that you can and still have a lot on you, I recommend that you buy a room at the Emperor Charles Tavern and also the Hangman's Halter Tavern, because that way you're close to all these vendors and it's easy for you just to pop your stuff in the chest, crack on with your usual game activities, and when 2 in-game days have passed, you can then return and grab the loot from either chest, and then rinse and repeat the cycle, selling to these armorers. Now, as to where my loot grind is, it is in this area here. It is the Rabstein Mill Ruin, which is just slightly northwest of Old Lota. Or Lota, please correct me if I'm saying this incorrectly, which is then also northwest of Malashov. Now this location here, there are roughly 7 bandits. If you go at night time, there's going to be 2 patrolling the area and the rest are going to be sleeping. If you go during the daytime, then most of them are going to be awake. So depending on what skills you level up, if you want to level up skill, your stealth skills, then go at night time and then take these guys out and also sneak around them. If you want to increase your combat skills, then you can go in during the daytime and charge in head first. Now we had the liberty of going in and take out the enemies before recording this video. And also there's also an alchemist, because there's an alchemy benches. There's an alchemist who was part of this no part of this bandit group. So now I'm going to go into the game itself. So as you can see, I have stealth killed an enemy here. There's another one just here, and there's a few chests as well. Now, if you loot these enemies, just take their armors and their money. Now, I've already, a couple of days ago, I came in here and looted these guys, so my carrying capacity is almost full on both my horse and character. So I recommend you just free up as much space as you can before you do this. Otherwise, you're gonna be over encumbered pretty quickly, and then it's gonna take you a while to drag this stuff all the way to your nearest to your nearest apartment that's got a chest in it. Now I do recommend also that you increase your strength, because for me I had a perk where every 12 levels, for every level I increase in strength, I get 12 extra carrying capacity slots. So I recommend you guys get that perk, and also you get a good saddle for your horse. And then just transfer everything onto your horse, and then it's no space on your horse, and your clothes being over encumbered. And you do want to increase your your strength skills, then by all means go for it. But it's going to take ages to get back to you, to your nearest chest where you can store this stuff. But as you can see, they're gonna have all the armors, swords, and stuff. Now, just another piece of advice. This sword here, it says the value is worth 1,648 groschen. Now, these vendors are not going to have this much money lying around, so you're going to get a fraction of the price. You'll probably get, depending on how high your speech is and what perks you have, you'll probably get somewhere between 350 to 400 groschen, or maybe a little bit less, again depending on how high your skills are. Now, if you're also looking to increase your alchemy, there's an alchemist bench here, and then if I go up this ladder, because this is where the alchemist is, so I'm going to loot his body, and you can take these keys, because one key is for all the chests in the bandit camp, and the other one is just for his chests upstairs. Now also he has fresh alchemy ingredients on him, so if you're ever wanting to improve your alchemy skills at the alchemy bench just there, then you can just take any ingredients you can from him. Now what I did is I made all my Henry Fox potions using the stuff he had, and also I found in the chests. Now speaking of, if you want to go on how to make these Henry level Fox, Henry level potions, just leave a comment in the video, and I will happily make a video on that next. And also in the chest upstairs where the alchemist sleeps, you'll find a very important recipe, which is for scattershot gunpowder, and also all the ingredients you need to make this are in the chest. So if you take this recipe and then take the ingredients, you can easily make it there and then you can sell it to the gun vendor in Kuttenberg that I showed you a couple minutes ago. So I'm just going to take the groschen, and I'm going to take the charcoal and belladonna, because I'm going to need it for my potions, for my Henry potions, level potions. And then also I'm going to take, so I've already learned the recipe. And also got ammunition in here, so if you want to get my ammo for your gun, if you use it often, you can go in here, and if you want to try scattershot, it's there too. And again, just loot the guy's armor and weapons, and just store it in the horse. And then in the chest downstairs, you're going to find quite a few strong potions. So if you want to take these and use them, always go for it. There's also poison in here, so if you want to poison arrows or poison an enemy's food at a camp, then you can take this poison and do that. There's also a skill book on alchemy. So if you already learned this, but want to take, you can sell it to a scribe in Kuttenberg and get some money for the books. And there's also quite a lot of groschen in the chest itself, so you're already getting a head start on your groschen and how much you're going to make. And then finally, um, there are 2 horses here. So if you want to make a bit more money, you can also steal these horses and then sell them to this horse vendor here, the horse handler Stoya, who's basically another black market horse vendor similar to the one in the Nomad's camp in the first map in the game. So once you have looted all your enemies, then like I said, I recommend that you fast travel to Kuttenberg and then wait till morning, and then go into all these vendors and just sell the loot that you can, and then store it, and then come back to this location, and then rinse and repeat the grind. Now these enemies do respawn every 2 days in the game too, just like how the vendors replenish the money. So I recommend you do this when you have like the time and patience to do this grind. So yeah, I hope you found this video useful, and if you want more tips and tricks for this game, please let me know. And if this video wasn't, if there's like any room for improvements on my future content, again, please let me know. I'm always open to raise and improve my content. But thanks for watching, and I hope you have a lovely day when you watch this. Thanks and goodbye.